Hello there, Apps by viewers. My name's Peter, and I've got a hands-on preview for you. This time it's with Mobius Final Fantasy. This is from Square Enix, and as you can see, it's a pretty good-looking little beast. Now, if you notice that there's a couple of frame rate issues in here, that's simply because the Elgato capture card that I'm using to capture this footage puts additional stress on the actual device. When I'm playing this normally without it plugged into an Elgato, it's actually pretty smooth, so do ignore that. This, as I say, is from Square Enix, and it's got some real talent from Square Enix behind it as well. Kazushige Nojima, who did the, I think did a bunch of scenario writing on Final Fantasy 7 and 10, might have been a lead writer as well. Don't quote me on that, for goodness sake. They're involved, so, you know, pretty exciting stuff, and you can also see that it looks great as well. It's a really strong looking game with some, you know, clearly fun. Well, it looks kind of Final Fantasy 12-ish, doesn't it, in its design? It's got a little bit of that to it, I would say. The gameplay, this is a card battler. I mean, this is a sophisticated card battler, but it's still a card battler, and so if you're really worn out on those, then maybe this won't be up your street. But if you are a big fan of games like Rage of Bahamut and so on, this might well be for you. So the idea is that I'm tapping on the screen, and that is attacking my opponent, and I can do a certain number of attacks before I get battered, either, you know, hit, or a status effect plays on me and something happens to me. And then, yeah, I start attacking again. It's all about, you know, who is strongest, effectively. There's also a little bit of elemental play as well. So you'll see on the right-hand side there, some little different tokens came through, and we can now pick from them if we want to. So I can choose a blue one, or this slightly yellow one on the bottom. So let's give that one a go. And then that's going to be a certain attack. Weakened, fantastic, so that was a really powerful attack. And then we can follow up with a bunch of strikes as well. We've managed to break our opponent, and we'll get a bunch of attacks in now as well. Go on, and at the top there you'll see that I'm filling up these bars so that I can do even more of these special attacks. It's kind of like building up a limit break or something like that, but it happens way more often than in Final Fantasy 7, for example. So you'll also notice that this is all in Japanese, and that's because this is currently only available in Japan. We've got ourselves a Japanese account, and we're giving this a go. Rank up, okay, fantastic. I don't know what any of this says, but you're presented all of these stats. You're leveling up your characters, leveling up abilities, and so on. We'll move on from here, and I can see that the power of those attacks and such, and they're all going up as well. Can you tell I'm sort of vaguely getting through this? It is quite sophisticated. There's a lot of Japanese text. So, for example, if you go into card, this is where you'd be enhancing your cards normally. And I have gone through the tutorial to do that. You know, unless you've got a pretty good grasp of the language, you're probably going to be out of luck. There's a social element, lots of social stuff in here. You know, you'll bring in party members, you'll make friends, and so on. There's a shop, so you can purchase extra stuff, because obviously this is a free-to-play game. Then there's some options in here as well, I believe, under etc. And then we'll go home. This is the home screen, and then this is the map. And the idea is that you're sort of wandering your way through this map, trying to, you know, get these chests that are here. So if I go ahead and do that, then yeah, I can go and well, choose to go on a quest and so forth. Let's go on this one instead. Or can we? Can we do this one? I don't know. Can we? Oh my wordly word. Why are we not moving? Oh, it's because I think we need to stay here, don't we, for a little bit? Yes, I think we need to stay here and do something else. So what we'll do is we can bring in, you know, I think an ability or something along those lines. We'll hit OK, and then we'll go through. You do need an internet connection, as far as I can tell, and you know, the load times at the start are really long. Like, to actually load the game up takes a little while. But once you're in, everything seems to move along at a perfectly decent pace. As I say, this is only available in Japan right now. We wanted to bring you a very early look because, you know, well, because you're our viewers, and we wanna treat you right. Yeah, like, you know, we're interested in showing you interesting things that potentially might come out over here as early as possible. And this is Mobius Final Fantasy, and we're hopeful that this will come on over, because it's a slick and relatively compulsive card battler. Let me know if you're excited for this one in the comments.